Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Lunch and Life with Sharon
and Joy.
And we've got Thanksgiving coming up. I'm so excited. It's my favorite holiday. How about you?
Me too. I love Thanksgiving. I really do. I love cooking Thanksgiving. I like eating Thanksgiving. I like the smell of Thanksgiving. But
Me
there's no
also.
pressure of like the gifts yet or anything like that. It's just family together. I just love it.
Yeah. And speaking of cooking, Robin is going to be sharing a recipe with us today. So that's why you can see she's in the kitchen and I'm not. So Robin, take it away. What are you making for us today?
So I am making a portobello zucchini stack, it's called. And
Ooh.
I'm doing it because, as you know, I've got a vegan in the family, my daughter, and sort of me. I go halfway, I guess. But portobello mushrooms are really meaty, right? So I've tried all the fake meat sort of things to like supplement the turkey idea. And that just gets not, well, Sharon can tell you, it's not so good for you. And it frankly doesn't taste very good either. So my finished product first is, if I can get this straight without like flying off the plate. So it's a portobello, grilled portobello on the bottom. It's just Yukon Gold mushrooms, frankly, steamed. Here's a whole one for you. If I push too hard, it'll smash. Just mashed in a bowl, good old fashioned with salt and pepper. There's very little fat in any of this. And then I sliced up the zucchini, grilled it in a grill pan so you get nice little grill marks. Here's my bowl. I just turned off my stove, thank goodness, because I have a whole next stage over there. And then I drizzled balsamic glaze and some rosemary, hold it all together. Plus it looks pretty and it smells good.
It does. It looks pretty and it looks like it could be a Christmas tree or a Hanukkah bush.
Either way, Hanukkah starts, I guess, Sunday. So you can have a burning bush if you want, or you can for Christmas and do both.
Yeah, I love it. I honestly, it looks so tasty. I literally would love to stick my fork, which I don't have in my hand, through the screen and try that.
I would love
delicious.
you to try it actually, because it's really tasty. It's all just seasonings. It's really, and simple seasonings: salt, pepper, parsley, chives in the potato, some basil, a little garlic. I'm into roasting my own garlic now. Just throw that in the oven for a little bit, just
Nice.
for added flavor. So easy to do. So I'll show you actually. So,
okay. And we're going to have the recipe for this in the description. Oh, wow.
Several cloves of garlic, throw them in the oven, roast away.
Very
and
nice.
It's amazing. Flavor is so different. Flavor is so different. So glass jar keeps it longer. Better.
How long does that last in the fridge once it's been roasted?
It's only been about 5 days, so I can't tell you. I'll let you know when we use it up. We use a lot of garlic, so.
I love garlic. I love adding it to everything. It just enhances the flavor of so many different types of foods.
Yeah, it really does. But this is so easy to make. I mean, I like doing it all separately. So the mushroom, I use a convection oven. I roast it 375. That took about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, I slice up my zucchini in a grill pan on stovetop. Obviously don't burn it. That's just tossing and turning. The potatoes, I steamed them in the microwave, mashed them in a bowl, and probably less than 5 minutes to do this and put it together.
Wow. So the zucchini you showed, they almost look like they were on a grill. That you did that just on the stovetop?
I did. Hold the thought. Pan's still hot. Try not to burn my fingers. So I have this grill pan. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, I can see that it has the lines in it. Okay.
It has lines. This is, I forget what brand. I can look it up and put it in the comments. This is like a great thing. The greatest thing about this is you could throw it on a grill if you wanted to, right? Like if you were doing veggies on the side and you didn't want to mix it. But you can also put this in the oven if you wanted to as well. But this is great even if you're grilling meat, chicken, or frankly, burgers, whatever you're doing, even if you
Right.
needed the stovetop. I love this for vegetables because you get the grill lines.
That's what
Um,
it looks like, grilling indoors.
it's grilling indoors, and frankly, honestly, whoops, trying not to destroy anything. So can you see my grill lines?
I can.
There's that smoky taste to it, there's a difference in the flavor. So when
Mm,
you bite into it and you kind of just cut it and you really cut it and eat it, it's a very hearty meal. I mean, it doesn't look like there's a ton to it, but it's very satisfying. I'll put this out as a main dish and probably the non-vegans will eat it too, because you don't know, it really
right.
is very flavorful, but it's delicious.
Yeah. I think that's the beauty with vegetables that sometimes we just forget is it doesn't take a lot to make it tasty. And you add a little bit of salt that brings out the flavor and just some different types of herbs and spices that really enhance these dishes. And we sometimes forget that spices can do so much to add flavor.
Yeah. And it's one of those things that's so easy to do. So these, by the way, the portobellos that I had gotten at Whole Foods, these are the slider size. Sometimes portobellos can be huge, right? But the sliders are almost a bun size. So
Mm,
that's what I do, because in a way it's almost too much, like too much. It's
too
almost
meaty.
too heavy and just it's too much for the meal, I think.
Right, right. I
So
love that. That just looks absolutely delicious. Gonna have to make that as a side dish.
yeah, it's funny because I gave my nieces is vegan and my daughter Kira, and I gave them the option, like, do you want more of sometimes I've done a pot pie or something like that on the side, and they want this, and then of course all the other starches that come with Thanksgiving. So um, veggies.
Oh, yeah, and that's the thing with like all these starches. I mean, the mushroom's not starchy, but the potatoes are starchy. So you always want to make sure to try and balance that so that you don't feel like, because what happens when there's too much starch is like your blood sugar spikes. And then you forget about the tryptophan hangover from the turkey. You get a starch hangover from the sugars in some of these side dishes. So balancing it with some of these other vegetables, a little bit of olive oil, it does help to balance it. And then the certain spices also can have the anti-inflammatory effects for our body. So that's why it's so important to be able to use some of these fall spices to just really have it be flavorful and have it help keep your gut nourished.
Too. And that's all that's on the zucchini, by the way, little drizzle of olive oil and salt and pepper. And so, you get it to, it's kind of start getting translucent. Obviously grill marks, it's nice and tasty. And what's nice with that is you can play with it. So you don't have to put a big heap of potato, right? You can put a smaller layer. You can add as much zucchini as you want. You can put zucchini, then potato, then zucchini. You know what I mean? Like, you can play with it. Frankly, this is what I love about the kitchen. If you have little kids, you can put out all the ingredients and let them make it themselves.
Yeah, yeah,
It's one of those things that they have to choose all of it. So let them put it together.
absolutely. And they can even decorate the sides of the around the dish with other vegetables, little slices of carrots or pepper, so that
Right.
it adds color because kids love color. So it's almost like painting with vegetables.
That's a great idea. Yeah, I just did for show's sake and trying to look creative, some parsley and some balsamic drips. So
Well, it's nice because it's very fall and it's just very simple and muted and just like, represents a good Thanksgiving.
just wanted the culinary side to come
There
out.
you go. You've always had that culinary side. Yeah. So for Thanksgiving, what are you doing? You're going to family?
Going to family, heading north, not completely north towards you, but getting there towards Philadelphia. And I got kids coming in. I've got my daughter's here, and I've got my boys are in Texas, so they're coming in separately. Evan's flying into DC, and then my oldest, Michael, is gonna fly to Philly and come back with us to DC. So I get all the kids for a few days, I'm really looking forward to.
Same here. I was telling you before we started the show that two of my kids are already in, and it's nice. Like we went to theater last night and being able to have dinner together. And there's, like you said, there's something about Thanksgiving. It's being thankful. You know, it's like being thankful for what we do have and always looking for the positive, because there's always so much that goes on. And whenever we can bring gratitude, whatever we can appreciate, appreciates in our
Absolutely.
lives. And having that, and also not having any type of religion attached to it or the gift giving or something else. It's just enjoyment of family.
That's a really good point. That's actually a great way to end too. I think that's what I do love about it. It's not any expectation aside from being with family and just being together and doing things together.
Yeah. So on that note, we want to wish everybody a happy early Thanksgiving, and may you all enjoy your families and loved ones, or if not, whoever you are spending it with, may it just be one of giving thanks for whatever you're thankful for. And it always can be as simple as being thankful for health and friendship, as I am with you.
As I am with you. Happy
All right.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving on that note before you start coughing. Happy Thanksgiving. And that's another wrap for this month's Unpacking Lunch and Life, as we are taking Thanksgiving Day off. And we'll see you next month to wrap up the year. Take care, everybody.
Bye.